Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for hopping on to the applicant tracking webinar. We really appreciate it. My name is Anne-Marie Young, and I am an implementation specialist here at Payfluence. And I've got Dan, our VP of Business Development, on with us as well. We also have Kara Hansen, who is a senior talent service specialist with iSolve Direct. So she's actually going to kind of be leading the webinar today. So we ask that if you have questions or comments, please throw those in the chat, or feel free to hold those till the end and we'll open up the floor for questions. We'll also do a quick little giveaway at the end, so stay tuned. Make sure you stay till the end for that.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Dan Fishman. I'm heading up the business development side, and really, on behalf of the Payfluence team, I wanted to welcome everyone here to the webinar today. Whether you're a current client or a company, in the community that are really exploring ways to improve that hiring process, we're excited to have everyone here. And we know at Payfluence that finding and keeping the right talent is one of the biggest challenges that so many businesses are facing today. And so that's why we're thrilled to be able to showcase how our applicant tracking system can really help streamline that recruitment process, making y'all's lives easier to post jobs, manage applicants, and really bring the best people onto your team. And so Kara will be walking through some of those key features, sharing some of those best practices. But as Anne-Marie had mentioned, we are going to leave some time at the end for Q&A. So as she had said, if you guys have questions, throw them in the chat. We'll be monitoring that. But without further ado, I will kick it over to Kara. You're on mute, Kara.
Okay, awesome. Thanks you guys so much for having me. I have enjoyed working with the Payfluence team as well as any of their new clients that come on because they are the most friendly, and you guys take really good care of them. So today I'm excited to show you our applicant tracking system. My name's Kara and I have been here for 5.5 years, more than 5.5 years. Selling this product. It's been a really fantastic product to sell and to show you guys. So I work with clients who are coming, like he says, maybe new clients or current clients, but they're looking to update their processes or, optimize what you guys are currently doing with our solution. So I'm going to show you the benefits of using our system. It's going to help you increase the amount of applications that you're receiving, and we'll walk through what it looks like to post a job, what it looks like to be an applicant in the system, and then the life cycle of applications, and then the different places that we can post your position. So you guys might have a completely different process than what I'm going to show you today. Of course, that's the beauty of the system. It's going to be customizable. So we're going to show you, what else have we got here? Let me just kind of show you the system. I wanted to give you one quick testimonial that one of my other network partners gave to me the other day. So she started using our applicant tracking internally finally. They'd had it set up and she's like, let me try this finally because we're going to be showing it to our clients. So she sent me an email. She's like, I just want to check in and tell you that I love in all caps the platform. They've been solely using Indeed for years and the candidate pool was not great. We've been getting better candidates that are more qualified since we're being able to utilize multiple sources with one platform. They've already filled one of the positions. That was within a week or two for sure. She says, we're starting Monday and we're actively pursuing another candidate for one of the other positions. We're excited to offer them the position at the end of the week if this all goes well. And she told me that they've been working with a recruiter for 2/3 of her positions for the last 6 months, and they hadn't produced any results. So with just a couple weeks of us, we were getting results and much cheaper than paying the recruiter. So that's my excitement. When I get those, I get really excited about it. Let me pull up my screen real quick. Here you go. So we're going to start off with how we post jobs in our system. So 2 seconds. Okay, so this is our iSolved applicant tracking piece. We also call it iSolved Attract and Hire. This system you're going to have, we'll talk about the different logins that you can have, but basically in our system, our philosophy is getting more qualified candidates in the door with less drop off. So we'd like to start out with job screening questions. So knockout questions: do they have a certification, a college degree? How much experience do they have with that role? So we're teaching you guys how to build these simple job screening questions so that you can only have qualified candidates coming in. You're not just reviewing resume after resume. The next step in the building the job process is a job template library. In this area, you can build templates to use over and over again and easily make edits and assign user access to applicants. One of our awesome features that we introduced about a year and a half ago is our Job Ad AI Pro. This helps you become a job ad writer. So in the first section, you get to write a little bit about your company, plug in your core values and culture fits that you'd like to highlight. And then in the Job Ad Pro, you're going to be putting a little bit of information about the position. And even basic information helps the AI write a really killer ad, giving the applicant all the information they need. What makes them qualified? Why would they be a good fit? And why would they want to work for you? So this is our favorite piece. Well, it's my favorite piece that we've done in the last couple of years, but it's really made a big difference in some of my clients' lives. Now, when it's time to post a position, we have our job listings area. Now, I wanted to mention some of you may have a requisition process where someone needs to elect or request a position to be filled. Some of you guys are using paper forms still. I've heard people who say that people peek in their office and go, hey, I need you to fill out this position. So they're really excited about adding some sort of a streamlined process that keeps everything in one place for them to manage. So we can build a requisition process if needed, and this would be a custom form that will help you build out. The manager can come in, request the position, and then answer some questions about the role. Is it a new role, a replacement role? What's the start date? And then you can set up an approver chain. So that could be a CEO or a CFO or another user department manager. Approvers do not have to have a login. They can also be what we call a contact. So email address approvals only, and then they can begin the process. Once it's fully approved, someone can attach the requisition to a job listing. Now, if you don't have that process, that's fine. We can come into the job listing tab in our job dashboard and create a new listing from here. Just for demo purposes, I've done this 1,000 times. You guys might say there's a lot of details in here, but really it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. So I'm going to pull in an existing template. You can always start a fresh template that builds and then saves the scratch into the templates area. There's different ways to assign managers. One way is assigning them manually to a specific position. Other ways you can assign them to departments. We'll look at that in a minute. So I'm ready to post the job. I'm going to be selecting the job type. We've got our ad title, our job board title. You can put information about any background checks or drug screens you're running here with a disclaimer. We can even put in pay rate, start date, things like that for the ad. We've got different pay rates, pay frequencies. You could even put bonuses in here. We have customizable options for job postings as well. Those are things that we would work on during the implementation process. We can help you post remote positions. We can even help you post internal positions before changing that to an external post on a certain date. So we can definitely handle internal applications. And then notifications can go to multiple users. We can have multiple application setups. Most clients are using a single or the two-stage application, which I'll show you in a minute, but some of our clients have driver positions or want an easier process for entry level. Maybe a manager has references required. So you can definitely set up different application types to assign to the role. We have an area that you can create multiple job locations if needed. We even have an option where if you have kind of a smaller location that your office is in, but you want to advertise to a larger city, you can choose a different ad location. Some of the pieces that are included in some clients' job posting processes or hiring process include pre-hire assessments. So we integrate with many different solutions for assessments. We have our own in-house providers that we recommend. Those would be an additional fee for the applicant tracking, but we can integrate those pieces into the system to say, hey, I want someone to take my sales professional as soon as they've applied to my position and met my basic qualifying questions. Otherwise, you can do it later in the process, but this way you're streamlining that from as soon as they apply, if they're qualified, we send that assessment out, getting those results back more quickly. Another option we have is pre-hire. We call them Wedge. It is a one-way video interviewing. So if you're taking a lot of time on phone screens, you can cut that time and like slash that time by setting up an interview within the Wedge platform, and then assigning that to a role and having the applicant record answers to your questions. We also have a robust employee referral program. The way that works is we import a list of current employees into our system. You can toggle on a job to be in the employee referral program, and then it pushes out. Let me pull this up real quick. It's going to push out notices to employees to let them know that you have jobs for them to share. This is something that we use heavily at our company. Very familiar with it. I'm an employee referral, and I get these every week. So it'll have your company name, letting the employees know what jobs you want them to share to get credit for. And then these shareable links are tracked to each employee so that when they share the job, it creates an ad on that platform with a link. And then when an applicant applies using that link, they're tracked as an employee referral with the employee's name automatically for you. So that's employee referrals. When we save and proceed to advertising, this is going to save the position in the job listing area. It's going to put it on the career site where we're going to go next. And then it's opening up a job advertising window. So automatically included in your account is going to be the 23 job boards right here. That's going to be Indeed organic, going down to like JobGet, LinkedIn organic. We can include a company ID here so that your jobs flow to the LinkedIn page as well. Then it goes all the way down to ZipRecruiter. So this is what's included in your account with our monthly fee. We also have some other sourcing options, including sponsorships with job boards like this. We always have some summer discounts available for those. You can also link your Indeed account here to create and manage custom campaigns. So now you don't have to go into the Indeed system to do that step. The ISO and applicant tracking is an Indeed Platinum partner. So this is our 4th year in a row getting this title. We love it. It means that we have a lot of integrations that other ATS systems do not have. One is called the Job Sync API. So this is brand new in June. When you post a job in system, it is instantly on Indeed. Updates are instant and taking it down is instant. So that's a pretty exciting feature that we've got now. Last in this area is our job posting service. I don't want to get in the weeds here, but what this means is you might ask, hey, are you able to help us post to Handshake? We use the college job boards. Yes, we can. You can link up your account in our system and then use one of your credits that are available each month for you to use. This allows our job posters to see a request and push the job out for you to that job board of your choice. So that's just my quick blurb about that one. Other options that we have for sponsorship include social marketing or social media. You can use LinkedIn groups, Craigslist, Facebook company pages, or other Facebook groups in your area. That's job posting. I want to go to the career site now. So included in your account is a branded career site. So we want to make that professional look that you're probably used to seeing on other companies. We're going to house or host this site for you. If you don't have a website, that's okay. We can just use a logo at the top of this header here. And then we give you instructions to link this to a careers page or a careers button on your website. That if someone's on your site, they can see your open positions. So we're posting the jobs to the job boards. We're also posting to this branded career site. Some of the job boards that we're posting to will have a redirect link back to the job description for the applicant to apply to. But the integrated job boards include Indeed, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, Talent.com, and LinkedIn, so that when they see your ad, they can use their saved information, use our quick apply option, plug in those details, answer some job screening questions, and submit. Over on the right, we have job alerts, so passive job seekers can be notified when you post new positions as well. Now, when I click on the job title, it's going to take me to view the job description again. And of course, this is something that you can build with that AI writer. To apply to the job, it's going to ask the applicants for contact information. They'll answer a couple questions and then create a password. Now, this is the first part of our application process. This is totally customizable, but this is a typical setup. I'm going to show you the second part in just a moment, but let's see here. So this is typical. We've got job screening questions. We've got the resume that they're going to upload or type in work history. We have the source. We have submit. So when they submit the application, they get a thank you email, and your managers can be notified of that. I'll show you the application process in just a moment in the system or the applicant flow. But if you do want a candidate to complete the longer application that we're mostly familiar with, you'll invite them either through a click, or we streamline that with a status change, and then they can answer the rest of your employment application questions. So collecting references, asking additional questions, even collecting the EEOC data we can do on the second part of the application. Not required, but if they do enter that information, we have some EEOC reporting available, and this will flow into the onboarding piece. Last, they're going to sign the application, and then they'll submit the application again to get the manager notification. So that's a lot of information here about that. Let's go into the applicant flow. For a quick view, I'm showing you a different demo site. This is an applicant dashboard. This is a typical view that you would see when applicants start coming in. Name, date, job title, source. As you're moving them through processes or giving them ratings or changing statuses, this view is going to get a little bit more busy. I'll show you my other demo site. But you can see these colorful icons on the left. This is a job match score. We have an AI that's going to compare the resume against your job ad to compare and see their qualifications. So that's another feature that we had introduced last year for some AI assistance with writing with your applicant flow. Now I'm going to go to my applicant dashboard for my demo site. Like I said, it's a little busier. Over here on the left, we've got some colorful tags. These appear as we do action items. So I can just see Sarah's application and know that there's some notes that we've left about her. We've sent her messages. I've sent her an offer letter here, and we've sent her an invite to the application. So a lot of different pieces here to show different action items. We also have an option to create custom tags if that's helpful for you to highlight information on an application. And just so you know, we can also complete group action titles. So we can sort and filter these applicants. So we can update statuses. We can even send mass emails. So this is helpful for like future, hold for future consideration applicants. We could create a custom letter to send them to let them know you have new positions. So I'm going to click on an applicant real quick to go into what an applicant view is. Now, of course, this person has had things done, but I want to show you a view. So Patrick, we're going to see contact information. You have a star rating available, and then you're going to see that quick summary, which includes the job match score, skills analysis, snapshot of recent jobs, the resume, which you can preview here or download, job screening questions. So now at this point, you can call him, you can send messages with our two-way communication inbox. When you send the message here, when they reply, it'll come into your Outlook, your inbox, and you can be replying from there and track. We also have some templates set up that you can use, and we can always build more. We can add notes, we can collaborate, we can share applications to other users with the Spotlight or via email, attach documents, copy applications to other jobs, lots of different items to do here. So we can send the invite for them to complete the application here or automate that with a status change. Next step might be assessments. We've got the assessments integration. Next step could be the offer letter or interviews. We have integrations with your calendars so that you can schedule in-person or virtual interviews. You can have team interviews here as well. You set the duration and dates available for those interviews, and then the system will read your availability here, creating a booking form that you can send for them to set up their own interviews here. This will plug in on your calendar once they've selected a time. After the interview, we have an option to put, or during the interview, we have an option to put in interview notes. So we can set up interview guides for you, and you can answer questions as you go. So when it's time for the offer letter, we can set up any electronically signed document within our eForms area. Most of the time, these are offer letters. Sometimes they're NDAs or non-competes. We just, this is a definitely customizable area. You can have as many as you need, but we can make these work for you. So we'll put in the details of the offer here. We can set up an approver chain and then preview the letter before sending off electronically. So once the applicant gets the email with this link, they're going to open it up to see a logoed offer letter. They can accept or reject with a wet signature, and you get notified. We have a sister company that we use for background checks. So ProScreening is our sister company. They do different types of background checks. We do verifications, drug screens, MVRs, credit reports. All you have to do is set up the account, typically with me. We sign a service agreement. There's no setup fees or minimum orders or contracts. Once you have your packages set up within our system, the integration will pull in their packages and you click run with 3 clicks. All of the authorizations and electronic signatures are collected electronically, and then you get to view the results within the integration. Last would be the onboarding piece. This is where we're going to push the candidate into iSolved for payroll. So we're going to start the process here. Payfluence and I are going to be doing some back-end deals, getting this integration up. And then you're going to be simply selecting your FEIN. And then there's new hire and rehire options for onboarding. You select an onboarding template, the template loads, and then you're filling out the values. So once this is filled out, you're going to come to the bottom. You're going to click send. So this triggers a welcome email to Patrick. It allows him to log in with to do his employee self-service, to do his onboarding packet in iSolved. And then once he's hired, these items will flow into his employee documents, including offer letters, resumes. But this will push him into the pending employee dashboard. You can exit the applicant tracking system and go into the Payfluence side to work on that piece. These are all handled with one login. As far as users go, we have lots of different types of users. I'm sure that we can come up with a way to give the perfect access to your employees. That includes, can they post jobs? Can they not post jobs? Are they able to see offer letters or not? We can definitely set that up, and there's unlimited users. And then I think the last thing here I was going to say, I think that's it. Unlimited jobs. Let's go into, did I miss anything? Any guys? I don't think so. I think that's everything I was going to say.
Yeah, you covered a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of information. But any sort of questions that anybody has right now?
Yeah, it looks like we don't have any questions out there. Kara, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with all of us and really kind of take us on a navigation of the applicant tracking system. And you know, to everybody on the phone, just really appreciate the time. And you know, if anybody's interested in seeing a deeper dive of the applicant tracking system or would like to inquire about what that piece would cost to add on to, you know, the bundle that you currently have with the Payfluence team, just reach out to your customer service rep. I'll coordinate with them, and then I'll get with Kara. And so that'll be the plan there. But I guess now we'll pass it over to Anne Marie to start that giveaway.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey, Dan, Anne Marie, sorry to cut in, but Kara, we did have one question from Jessica. Does ProScreening also do a driving record check?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Great, thank you.
And also this will be shared. We'll have it on our YouTube channel. So if you didn't hear everything or you want to go back and see some things that Kara mentioned and showed today, you will have access to that as well. So, so let's go ahead and do our giveaway. We thank you all so much again for joining. So our winner is going to be B13.
B13. Okay, looks like Beth Gar with First Team Sports. Congrats, Beth.
Congrats, Beth. So you'll be getting an electronic gift card via email. So we'll get in touch with you and make sure you get that. Again, we thank you guys for joining. We hold these webinars quite frequently, so please hop on to our next one. And thanks again.
Thanks, everyone.